This is not a podcast.
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 This is not a podcast, but it's a broadcast on IG and YouTube to make y'all laugh. To make y'all laugh.
And some real life shit.
To make y'all laugh.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Holly Books.
Yeah, it's your boy Watts. It's your boy Grizzly Green.
And this is not a podcast.
Let's go. And today we got a very special guest in the house. Very special. We got a co-founder of Mother's Milk in the house.
Let's go.
Jennifer in the house.
Let's
Co-founder
go.
of Mother's Milk. Jen is in the house. Fucking bomb for that. Let's go. What up, Jen? What up, Jen?
We in the building.
Coconuts in the back here. Yep, facts.
Yes.
Look all over. She bring the whole everything. This is what you call advertisement at its best. Marketing at its best, bro.
Period. Activations.
Facts.
We in the building. We in the building today.
Yes.
So for the people that don't know you, right?
Yeah.
Give us a little breakdown of who you are.
Okay, so Jennifer Roman Matito.
Okay.
I am the co-founder of Mother's Milk, which is a
Let's go.
coconut water cocktail RTD, the first of its kind.
Hey.
It's a simple,
Talk
clean
that talk.
ingredient coconut water cocktail. So there's no added sugars, natural flavors. We're vegan friendly, we're gluten free, but we are a true cocktail in a can, 9% ABV vodka.
Let's go.
So take it easy.
Watch. Take it easy out
You like
there.
9%,
Yeah, I
right?
like that number. I like that number.
9%.
I like that number.
She hits. Yeah, the entire idea behind Mother's Milk was basically we just didn't like what existed in the RTD space. And what we wanted to drink didn't exist. So me and my business partner, a Filipina and a Puerto Rican, got together.
let's go,
and
let's
this
go.
was an at-home recipe. We were just, fucking around at home, mixing. We're chugging coconut water for our hangovers.
Right.
Electrolytes,
True,
it's that little
true.
boost that you need post drinking.
Right.
And so we started to kind of mix it in with our alcohol.
Yeah.
Vodka really was kind of the liquor of choice most
go-to.
often, the go-to. So we just started to play around with it. And one day in particular, my business partner, who we both spent years in hospitality in New York City.
Okay.
She's had her bartending hat on.
Okay.
And she just like muddled a little bit of mint, muddled a little bit of fresh shiso leaf. Shiso leaf is like the Japanese version of mint.
Okay.
Literally shook it up, coconut water vodka, poured it to me, served it to me. And I was like, yo, we should kind of sell this.
Yeah.
It's literally what I told her. And then as the day went on, I kept telling her, I was like, girl, like, the coconut water is like giving me life. It's energizing me. It's not making me feel heavy. And she goes, honey, it's Mother's Milk. And I was like, that's what we're going to name it.
Nice.
Fire.
And so all in like one afternoon, we just came up with like, had this brain, like this just like light bulb moment where it was, concept, recipe, brand. And we just been building from there. So that's a bit about my professional life.
Okay.
First off, I identify as a female.
Okay.
Always.
Gotcha.
Secondly, I'm a Latina. Boricua in the house.
Let's go, Boricua.
Third off, I'm
It's a Boricua
Yeah, it's a
panel.
Boricua panel. Let's go.
heavy on the Latino this week.
Facts.
Yeah, we're doing our thing this week.
We sure are. Third, I identify as a New Yorker, born and raised.
Let's go.
Lower East Side.
Yeah, if you already know.
And fourth, I identify as an entrepreneur.
Damn, talk that talk.
and that's just been my latest journey in life is the entrepreneurship. But yeah,
Nice.
a little bit about me.
Nice. One of the main questions I have for you off the jump was, I've known we know each other for over 20 years.
Crazy. We
And-
should talk about that.
Yeah, we could definitely get into that. And it's you've always been like women empowerment, all about women. How important was it to you that this is a brand that's ran by women?
Yo, I'm trying to build like a female leadership team. I want so the biggest thing for us is that we are female founded and led, and we want people that represent our brand out in the public to be the literally brand identity.
Gotcha.
Right?
Hell yeah.
And I always I always tell mothers she's a she.
Okay.
When I talk about her, she's a she. Because she's powerful,
Got
she
it.
hits, she cracks the punch, but she's also good for you.
Okay.
I like that.
She's also good for you, right?
Mother's Milk. She's also good for you.
I'm taking that. I'm borrowing that.
Royalties.
So I don't say that we're married to the idea of forever and always being female led because we need men. We need
Absolutely.
men.
Absolutely.
And we need men.
Yeah, jump about for that.
I have to do that.
But that was definitely like one of the strong points of our brand identity is being female led and founded. And I always preach that like nothing bad happens when you give women some more money.
Right.
Nothing bad happens.
Yo, I always,
I don't know about that.
My wife.
yo, listen, they can make women can make money.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
women can
course.
make money.
Yeah.
A little faster than men, I think.
Well, statistically speaking, the most successful men on planet Earth are all married to women. I just gotta say that. It's a data point. It's a real data point.
So what they say, behind every successful man is a successful woman.
right?
Period.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Mother's Milk. So how long have you guys been out and about? Like,
So we're coming into our 4th year.
Okay.
I will say we spent about a year and a half in conception mode and building
Takes time,
the
yeah.
foundation. Yes, and honestly, for an RTD brand, for a CPG, which is a consumer packaged good product,
Okay.
A year and a half is nothing.
Okay.
People spend years in development and ideation, formula, packaging, and all that. We were just so clear on what we wanted, what we were trying to bring to market that it went pretty smooth. We already had the brand, and I'm all things sales and operations in the business. And my business partner, Christy Kish, shout out to Christy Kish.
Shout out Christy K.
KK. She is all things creative. So she's the visual, the digital, the creative brain behind the entire brand. So she does her stuff, I do mine, and we're just like a great combo. And the funny part about us is the way that we met is our husbands are best friends.
Oh, nice.
So he was the best man in my wedding, Tyrone.
Dope.
Shout out to Tyrone.
Shout out Tyrone.
He's been a great ally in this entire business. And so we're coming into our 3rd year on market.
Okay.
But I say 4 years because we were, a year and a half behind that, just creating the entire brand and concept.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, like even like I was telling her earlier, even like the can, it's matte
Like
finish.
the way it looks,
the way it looks,
feels too,
it's definitely well thought.
Yes.
And it's an eye catcher to me.
and it's clean. Like
it's super
Right,
clean.
super clean.
like
That's
it,
the idea.
Like it doesn't have all the like what? It's like a clean. It's clean.
Gets right
Straight to the point.
Straight
Straight to the point.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
fuck
can't
with
wait
it.
to
And I'm
tap
not even a
into this.
drinker like that, but I fuck with it.
I'm about to tap it open in a minute.
Great.
Facts, bro.
That 9%. What? Say no more.
9%. That's all I need.
Say no more.
Mother's Milk's good for everybody.
Yep.
Yes, it's a better for you option.
Better
Okay,
for you
nice.
option.
Period.
Was that also part of the branding? Like, how explain that as far as being better for you, no sugar added. I said it's gluten free. Was that you did that on purpose to make sure?
Very intentional.
Okay, right.
Very intentional. What I also started to realize the older that I got is in my young 20s, I think about it and I'm like, yo, I used to work 2 jobs. I went to school full time and I was at the club till 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
How'd you do it? Right?
How? How? Like my mom had sat me down one time and she was just like, I'm worried about you. I was like, girl, mind your business. Mind your business. I'm out here in the streets.
I'm doing research.
I'm paying my bills.
Research.
And I was doing a lot, and I realized that the older that I got, my hangovers were just getting worse, right?
Yo,
and I think
all of
everybody,
us. I think that's one of the reasons.
100%.
literally, the hangover was the worst part. And so I started to really look at what I was drinking, and I started to get rid of a lot of the junk. Like I love a spicy margarita, but my insides do not.
Do not like spicy margarita.
Yo,
Okay.
I'm not well. Not well.
SOS.
Yo, I just got back from Mexico and I fucked up and I was just like margarita. And then the next morning I was like, ugh. And I was torturing myself. And so I was like, all right, first I started to get rid of the spicy. I was like, okay, no more spicy. And then I was like, but damn, I'm still not feeling great. And so when I started to simplify the drinks that I was drinking and pay attention to what I was actually drinking, because when we were younger, who knows?
We drink whatever.
I mean, we were drinking Red Bull,
Jesus.
Red Bull vodkas.
Yeah.
What was the Incredible Hulk?
Oh, my God.
Yo, I
remember those days.
the first time I ever got really blackout drunk was off of Alizé.
Oh, remember Alizé?
Trash.
Trash. I would never.
And if you got a little bit more extra ghetto sipping on a scissor. The purple zipper. Hey, I remember
Yo,
the brand
real quick.
songs.
Do you remember when we used to drink the drink called Muddy Water?
That was E&J.
It was E&J, Bacardi Gold, Hypnotic, and
my
Bacardi
God,
Hurricane. And we'll mix it.
And we mix it. And we drink that shit
Disgusting.
all night.
Oh, that's like the
Exactly.
jungle juice.
Exactly.
It's
Like jungle
literally
juice,
like a jungle juice.
basically.
Yo, we used to drive all the way up to Washington Heights
Shout out to the
get-
Heights.
Shout out
to
to
get
the
milk crackers.
Yeah.
And I think about it now.
174.
What the hell was in it?
What the fuck was in that
What are you
shit?
drinking?
Yo.
What are you drinking?
I would
Listen.
have one and I'm like, woo, I'm swaying.
They say a
Listen,
couple things
I'm
was in
keep it 100.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Cream.
Yeah,
Shout out to my man Cream.
Facts.
Introduced me to that guy that's been in since the 90s.
Okay.
Still alive
The
too.
originator.
The originator.
Got you.
There was no drugs in it.
Stop. The
No
original?
drugs in it. Nope.
But for sure, by the
There
way,
was no drugs
I've
in it.
definitely cops and nutcrackers
He
that
said-
don't have drugs in it.
He said his it was the concoction of liquor
Okay.
that made you, I don't know what concoction of liquor, obviously he's not gonna say it,
Right.
but we all were asking because I'm like, yo, I'm being so like,
Right, this shit got me feeling extra.
I want to rip my shirt, like what's going on? Like, so we asked him straight up. I actually gave him a ride to the airport.
Yeah.
And he was like, no drugs, yo.
No drugs.
I'm like, if they were fake, they,
Like
if they
she
didn't have
said-
that Nemo, the shark.
Yo,
It wasn't
but
it.
like she said,
Nemos.
Nemos was rocking.
So that was the Nemos, I'm sorry.
Yes.
it was
The
Nutcrackers,
Nemos, not
Nemos.
the- it wasn't a
Nemos, that was a very
Nutcrackers.
specific.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We
So the
should go
Nemo
get-
guy,
Okay.
that's what he said.
So there might
be.
have been drugs in the drink.
There might be, yeah.
You were right. There was rumors that they would make the Nemo in his bathtub.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's not.
Probably.
I don't know.
Look,
It probably add a little flavor.
you know about it. Everyone starts somewhere.
Right.
If you look,
So he got to make it somewhere,
look,
right?
I'm gonna tell you, if you know, you call him in the gas station. He was nowhere else.
Yeah, I went to
On
the gas station.
174 and Broadway.
Right in that corner.
Right in that corner. He was in the gas station in the white van. Them niggas was pumping them shits out like 100 bottles a night, yo.
Crazy.
Liquor.
We used to drive all the way from the Lower
So
East
we
Side.
wasn't the only ones, huh?
Yeah,
There was
we
used to drive from Jersey.
Yo, From Jersey, yo.
But just imagine if they would have put their mind to it and bottle
And
it up
did-
and make a
Wow.
business out of it.
Right. Exactly.
I can imagine.
It's actually funny. Shout out to Beloved, my friend Marquise.
Shout out Marquise Beloved.
He was actually launching. He has his own RTD brand, and one of the biggest things when I sat down with him, the first time I ever met this guy, I was just in the industry for a very short amount of time, but he wanted to pick my brain a little bit about launching a brand and launching an RTD, blah blah blah. And I said, well, why aren't you putting Nutcracker on the can? He was like, well, what if people don't get it? I'm like, but that's your standout.
That's the
You're a nutcracker.
Right,
That's
yeah.
the concept. And he still thanks me to this day. He's like, I'm so thankful that you told me to go with Nutcracker because they're the first to do it. Right? We're in two very different lanes, just in a similar industry.
Dope.
Yeah.
But I support him, he supports me.
Nice.
And like I'm not in the space of competition, I'm in the space of collaboration. And anytime
I like
I can
that,
work
like
with
that,
him.
like that.
He's a
That
black-owned
fact.
brand too. And it's just it's literally somebody doing something different that needs to there's definitely a gap in the market for.
Got you.
So, which is kind of like what we did too.
Right. So I have a question just to familiarize. So RTD, is that
Yeah, I was
ready to
gonna
drink?
say.
Ready to drink? Ready to drink? Okay.
Yes,
That's
and
what I
it's
make
really
sure.
coined. RTD has been coined by the alcohol industry in particular. Like technically, any beverage that you open and just drink can
It's
be
ready to
considered
drink,
ready to drink. But it really got coined by the alcohol industry because of these canned cocktails.
Okay. So, like instead of mixing it, is ready to go.
ready to go.
Ready to drink right there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Makes sense.
Because I'm used to mixing shit. You know, I like ready to drink.
It's not ready to drink.
It's not ready to drink.
It's not ready to drink.
And RTD, not ready to drink. So my question to you is, as far as like the process of creating a alcohol brand, like was there any hurdles that you had to jump through? Do like the government wise and like make sure it has to meet certain standards?
Yes. So I say this in a silly way, but it's actually not a joke at all. Alcohol is highly regulated. It's more
Yeah.
regulated than guns in America.
I believe that.
No lie. And so we had to get approval for our formulation through a whole separate organization because alcohol is not FDA regulated, so it's regulated by the TCB. So I had to get that permitting for our formulation first. Then you have to get label approval by the TCB. Then you got to get federal approval to sell in the United States. Then every single state I want to go into, I have to get individual permits. And New York makes me get 3 different permits. Jersey makes me get 3 different permits. California said you only need 1. Florida's like you need 1.
See?
So
That's crazy how
every
everybody else-
single market requires and
Jesus.
every single
things.
market has different rules and regulations. You go in Florida and you're in the Walgreens and then they got a liquor store attached to it. And so
Yeah.
you're
True.
It's all right there. New York State, your liquor store has to be a certain amount of space and distance and walls separate from groceries.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So that's why you'll find my product never in a grocery store, only in a liquor store.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're in the New Jersey area, Total Wines and More, which is the largest retail outlet selling liquor in the United States of America,
Hey, nice.
picked us up within 6 months of launch.
Fire. That's
Crazy.
dope.
Amazing.
That's
I couldn't.
dope. That's dope.
When that email landed, we were like, "What does this mean?"
Yeah.
And we have opportunity to grow with them in other markets like Florida and California too. So shout out to Total Wines because they just gave us a chance off jump, and they really didn't have to. I think
Yeah.
truly they just saw that like our product was niche and different for a very
Yes.
tailored and targeted audience.
And I'm pretty sure they like the story behind it too.
Yeah. I think paying more attention to the authenticity behind the
Exactly.
brand is big, and not just alcohol. It's big in all consumer products. It's massive in CPG, consumer packaged goods. So people are trusting less and less and less the big brands
big
and
brands.
the big names,
Right,
right?
right.
It's. I was just telling this story the other day how as kids, McDonald's was just dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, McDonald's is trash.
Right,
It's
right,
junk
you
food.
don't
It's a
eat food,
snack. It's only when I'm drunk.
Facts.
Yeah,
And it's the only thing open next to me. Right? We
Word.
think about food differently now. And it's the same thing where there's this big like narrative in the industry that people are drinking less. Look, COVID took a major spike. People,
Yes.
I was at home at 2:00 opening up a fucking White Claw.
Yeah,
5 o'clock somewhere.
It was
5 o'clock
wild.
somewhere.
Like, it was
You ain't got shit to do. Like, what
nothing
the world?
to do.
Facts,
So there was a major spike, and then when that dropped and plummeted because people came back to real life, and also people were like, "I gotta take a chill." You saw a major plummet, but actually, it just like went back to normal drinking levels.
It regulated
And
back.
there's this big like discussion about how Gen Z isn't drinking as much and blah blah blah. I don't necessarily think that in the long run we're gonna look back and say they were drinking less. I think they made different choices.
Yes.
Just like we're making with food all around. We know when you drink nothing but fried fucking food all the time, you're gonna have high cholesterol. You know, when you too much sugar, you're gonna end up a diabetic. Too much rice, you're gonna end up a diabetic. Like all of these things that we're just more aware of now.
Yes,
We're
right,
more
right.
health conscious. We're more wellness focused, which was a lot of the intuition behind building our brand.
Nice.
Yep.
Man.
We got a lot more access to
information.
a lot faster.
Getting
than
tipsy
before.
in a healthy way.
Right,
Period.
facts. Getting tipsy in a healthy way. 9%, you ain't get drunk, bro. You're gonna get tipsy.
Yeah.
A good tipsy. You know, I
good
get
tipsy,
you know I
yeah.
get tipsy with 2 beers.
Yeah, yeah,
so I
facts,
can
facts.
imagine.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
And that's more than a beer.
that's more than a beer.
That is more. That's
Facts.
over
Beer's 4%.
Yeah, 2 times. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to chat a little bit about how I know Joey.
Okay, let's go. Watch.
Joey!
Watch.
What do they
chill,
call you?
chill.
What?
Watch. Edit. Cut, edit.
Blur that out. Hold on. Beep.
But that's
Yeah,
what his
that's
family
cool. Nah,
calls him.
of course. It's family.
And
Respectfully.
we have a
We
long
good.
history from
Absolutely.
years ago since we were like, I don't know, I must have met you when I was like 14 years
Probably
old,
like 14,
something
15,
like that. So Watts' aunt, Irma.
You can say Joey. It's cool.
Joey.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's why I feel
Joey.
comfortable.
It's cool.
Joey's aunt Irma dated my father
Right.
for like 10 years.
Wow.
Oh shit.
All my high school, all my teenage years, they were in a long-term relationship together. And so Joey's cousins were like family to me.
Yeah.
And we did everything. You know, those peak prime teenage years, I was running the streets with them. Like,
Yeah, we was outside.
there.
He was outside.
I used to
She
come
was
to
like your
Jersey.
cousin.
Yeah, he's like my cousin. He knows Justine. So
Oh, amazing. Shout out to Tina.
Yeah, shout out
That's
to Tina.
what-
Yeah,
that's what we
Justine.
call her.
Oh, Justine. You see, fuck that. You put my goat, man. I put your goat, man. Yeah, Justine.
What up, Justine? That's my people.
Yeah,
That's my people.
yeah.
And obviously me and Justine close, and it was just like just a blended family.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know the story of the Lower East Side too, like you spending a lot of time there with your grandma house being there.
You
and-
know, man, our big
I know, Grandma Luz. So you know, it's just like years, and then also you became really good friends with just our friend group.
Right.
And we would do parties, and we would hang out. I
Those are
mean,
good times.
I was
Good
running
times.
around with Sebastian.
He didn't invite none of us, right?
None of us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Government stamp.
I used to-
Drop the government.
I used to listen. Truthfully, I used
Never
to
called
just
us.
Never called
I used to
us, no.
just slide through or something like, yo,
Such a
Justine,
liar.
I'm coming through. Like it wasn't
Literally.
real. I got invited. Like,
So-
yo, you in 6th Street over there? I'll put it up.
So those were the times when he used to be like, nah, I'm not going to Jersey.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
Jersey.
Like, yo,
Nigga,
I'm
we
gonna stay
was
home.
lying, yo.
Yo,
All the
man.
times we
Nah,
needed him.
He took me out to Justine's crib.
Right,
Dang.
you see,
I
man.
remember. So I'm saying,
Y'all been around.
There was some times.
Y'all
you know
been
what I'm
around the
saying?
family.
Like,
You can't come to every party, bro. You know?
Damn. We thought
But we
about
invite him to every
Every party. Wow.
Yeah, because I probably helped.
Thank you for telling us
I
this.
probably helped facilitate the
He
party.
did.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Party.
$65.
I went to a house party, I think once or twice
Okay.
in Jersey. That it felt like
See?
we walked in and everybody knew you.
You see?
It was
So,
your party.
I was
shit.
bringing them over to our parties. You know what I'm saying?
Sebastian was out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm sure they were there. I'm sure they were
I
there.
will never get in a car ever
Look
again
closer,
with
look
Sebastian.
closer.
Oh yeah. I'll never get in the car. Never again. Yo, the times on the west side. Yo,
Yo,
I got a
Basket's
story- I got a story for
Bask gets a lot of shout outs here too, man. Shout
yeah,
out
he
to
does.
Bask, man.
He might be up to
when he had the
Yeah.
Infinity.
Yep.
Okay, he had a
Yep.
figure.
scary.
On the west side?
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
yeah.
lost my life.
No, is that the west side? When we used to pick you up to drive?
FDR.
FDR. The FDR.
FDR.
That nigga crazy.
Yeah.
On the FDR.
Al got a good story. You gotta say it.
So
You gotta say it? Yeah.
we told a story before, but I want you to hear it.
Yeah.
Right? One time we went to a club. It was me, Watts, my man Ills, I think Artie, and Bass. Right?
Probably.
I think.
I
It
remember.
doesn't really
Yeah,
matter,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we was out there, right? So we was heading back home, and it was wintertime.
Wintertime.
And he had a Mustang, drop top Mustang,
Drop-top
right?
Mustang.
And we drove the whole way from that club, all the way of
Jersey.
me and my boy sitting on the back, on the trunk, on top of the back seat, driving
Drop top.
on the drop top,
Through the tunnel and everything.
through the tunnel
bro.
and everything.
Facts.
Sitting down like we're in a fucking what's that shit called?
Like a music video,
Like
bro.
a music video or parade or some shit. And Bash
Yeah,
loved
man.
it, speeding.
Yo,
Of course
We're
he
falling
loved it.
back.
Yo.
We're trying to hold on.
Listen, every car that nigga had
Yo.
the Challenger.
We
was
did
it
not- the Charger.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I would like to say we do not endorse the type of behavior.
We do
that
not.
We were
Do not.
young
No,
and
drive safe,
Very young.
Drive safe, guys.
Don't drink and
Don't drink
drive.
and drive.
We were young, dumb, and we weren't drinking something that was healthy for
Right,
us.
right,
Facts.
right.
Like Mother's
we
Milk.
weren't drinking shit
We
that
were
was
young
healthy.
and dumb. You
We
can
wasn't
say that
drinking shit that was
twice.
healthy for
Twice.
us.
He wasn't drinking, at all.
To get back to you though, right? What I want to know is how exciting, or if you could describe the moment of like when you say you got that email from the wine place, or just feeling like, oh my God, like the launch is like it's happening. Like, can you explain that moment when it happened?
So we actually had a big launch party
Okay.
to just introduce the product to the market. And that was, I couldn't sleep the night before. Like I was
course.
so anxious. I was so excited. I also was really upset. This is another reason why I couldn't sleep, because my husband, before I even had planned this launch party, my husband had a bachelor party that he was going to.
Oh, okay.
And so that motherfucker missed
His bachelor party or
Somebody else.
Oh, okay.
But it was a very close, very
Okay,
intimate
yeah.
friend, family.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
And so he missed my launch party.
Oh,
And I remember just thinking like, I was anxious for the whole party, wanting everything to go well, but I also like really like wanted my husband to just be there.
support for it,
So it was
yeah.
like a lot of nerves, but just the excitement of that day was beyond. We had such an amazing turnout. Like we had like over 200 people show up to this thing.
Nice.
That's great. That's great.
And it was just our network, our community that we just like invited out. So that was definitely an amazing moment that like at the end of the day, no matter what, I did this.
Right.
Facts.
Right? I said I was going to do it and I fucking did it.
100%,
And like that's definitely constantly something that I remind myself. That moment where we got that email from Total Wines was and approving us in multiple states.
Right,
I was
right.
like, holy shit, we're already doing something that brands spend years trying to do. So that was just phenomenal. Also, Astor Wines and Spirits, which is the largest retailer in New York State,
Okay.
picked us up the same month Total Wine did.
Nice.
And they're infamous. People literally stop me in the industry and they go, "How did you get in there?"
Right,
I'm
right,
like,
right.
"Yo, right day, right time, right person.
Right.
I don't have a
Right product.
Right product.
Right.
Yes,
Facts.
I don't have any tips to tell you other
It's
than
not like a secret or anything.
I got the guy at the right day when I walked in, and he happened to be right there.
Yeah.
So those were definitely some pinch me moments. But the crazy thing about the way my mind works is like I'm like until I'm international,
Right.
until I'm like at
the
a
grind does not
resort
stop.
It
Yeah.
never stops.
in Antigua.
Wow.
Right.
This in resorts.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a big,
my God.
It's a
Holy
big,
shit.
it's a big goal for us is to, be all over the Caribbean,
Yeah.
is to eventually spend more time in Latin America. Australia's actually been something that like I've had like 3 people bring it up to me. They were like, "You would kill in Australia." I'm like, "Really?" So until I get there, until I'm really global, until I'm at my exit,
Right. You're not
I
satisfied.
don't spend a lot of time in those pinch me moments.
Right.
I don't know how to. Like, I really don't. Because a lot of things also, like, you spend so much time, energy, and tension, like, getting shit done.
Right.
That once it's done, I'm like, next.
Right. What's
Next. So
hustle.
that's
good. That keeps the grind going because you don't want to get satisfied. Or
You don't wanna
feel
get stagnant,
content, and then you're like, all right, whatever, because you got to stop the grind.
Yeah, I'm not easily satisfied, that's for sure.
So off of
I'm cracking one. Yeah,
Crack.
it's time.
So
Is that a cold one? Make sure it's cold.
It's cold.
it's cold enough.
It's cold enough?
It got 9% in there.
RTD, man.
There we go.
RTD, man. Ready to drink, man. Let's go.
So I just kind of almost forgot what I was
Fucked
gonna
up the
say.
whole shit.
No, I do know. So what's next for you?
Okay.
Like, what's your next
me
step?
spot.
Are you guys gonna introduce different flavors
Yeah,
or?
just a little.
So we're never actually gonna be
Hold on.
multi. Ooh, go ahead.
Hold on. You know I don't drink. That's why.
I know.
Taste test.
I'm gonna taste some too. Can I get some too? Waterfall.
I feel like I'm chewing gum, spearmint.
There's a little bit of
drinking-
mint. There's a little bit of mint.
But it's not strong though.
It gives me like coconut icy. Like if this shit is frozen, this would have
cold,
been
way better.
hitting.
Yes. You need it cold for sure. You're like
Frozen.
drinking a hot one.
Oh, it should have
Man,
been
it's
amazing.
good, yo.
It
Any
is.
coconut product should be served really cold.
What's that?
Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, the
Piragua.
Piraguas.
Yes,
Summertime.
Yo, I have
Okay.
a frozen
Put that
ice
can back up
machine in
there.
my trunk
Approved.
right now. 'cause we're gonna play
Yeah.
around with
Oh, we
that.
about to go outside right after
outside.
this.
We about to
Yo, take the
relocate.
camera and
Bring it
follow
out.
us.
We put outside. B. That's what we doing the
All right,
drop.
so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna front.
That shit
I'm not
hits.
gonna front. Yeah, it's not a strong. Like it's not like those. I try that White Claw. I don't mind drinking. That's why I'm like, damn, that
It's
shit
not
hit
gut
me
punching. Yeah.
mad hard. Like pause.
Good.
Well, you don't drink, but that shit
Good.
tastes
All
good.
three of these shits might be empty by the time.
And you
I
don't
finish.
get
It's
that-
gonna be empty.
And you don't get the hot breath
No,
of that
you get
liquor.
minty-
you know that
minty
no
breath.
Henny or eat. You know.
Hold on. Let's go back to what she was saying.
My bad. I'm just saying about the drink.
I love it. I love the Hennessy.
That's
My
good.
bad.
So what's the next step? What are you trying to do
Yes,
next?
He's like,
Nah,
pause.
It's like,
I asked her something and then we went.
My bad. Go ahead.
What's next? We have a lot of things on the docket right now. Outside of taking over New York City, taking over New Jersey, taking over the Catskills, taking over Long Island. Those are some of the most pressing priorities right now.
This is really good.
We want to move into new markets, so we want to move into markets where we will be seen as less seasonal. Coconut RTDs in the Northeast, in particular, when it gets cold. You know, Northeasterners, like, we're finicky. Like,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
switch and we flip flop from summer to winter. I go from my iced coffee to my hot coffee, and I'm solid in that for the rest of the season. So, we want to move into what we're going to call our primary markets, which we're looking at is more of a Florida, California, where there's less seasonality for the product. So that's a big goal for this year. Also, we're never planning to be multi-flavored. We're going to be multi-spirited. Coconut water is our DNA. So the plan is to eventually, and not even eventually, like Thursday, I got a meeting.
Let's go.
Where we're sitting down. And we're sitting down and we're actually formulating some new SKUs. So we're going to have an agave base, maybe tequila, maybe not tequila, some sort of an agave. And we're going to have a rum base. And that's going to cap our portfolio. We want to be a small, tight-knit portfolio that can really touch all of the spirits that we think make sense for a coconut water product. And it's because that's the consumer feedback. We get feedback often that people are like, it tastes great, but like, I just don't like vodka.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tequila, I think would have, you know what I mean? Like, I prefer tequila. You know, I'll drink vodka. Like I said, it tastes good.
Yeah.
But if it was tequila, I would have been all the way with it. All the way with it.
I don't-
Like, he don't drink
I don't
tequila.
like tequila. I like
so,
vodka.
Right. So
Yes.
it's gonna be
Better
you know,
than tequila.
It's gonna
Yeah.
work for
Shit tastes
everybody.
high, yo.
Yeah, but
Shit tastes real good.
It's good. It's-
And look, we're not just saying this.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually
I
tastes
hope
good.
not.
Yeah, no.
No,
That's,
we're not.
you know how we
We're
get
not.
down here, man. I
I'm a
would have been
pothead.
like, I
I'm
would
a pothead of the
Yeah.
group.
I'd have put it on the side like,
And I'll tell you the truth,
nice. Yeah, good.
But one thing, but
I'm
what
not
I take
thirsty.
from what you said is I really like that. Like you said that you're not going to go crazy and just build like 1,000 different
Flavors.
flavors and all that
SKUs.
stuff.
No, we don't-
You're
we don't
really
wanna
going
do
to
that.
capitalize on what you guys are great at and what you guys are good at, and really push that. And I
That's
think
the
that's
goal.
amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
And also something funny is that my business partner is a Filipina. My husband's also Filipino. We were chit chatting
about
about
it,
that. Shout out to the Philippines. We
Shout out
source
to
all of our coconut water from the Philippines.
Fire.
And that was intentional in tying in the storyline and the narrative of the cultural piece of
Story.
authenticity to my
Yep.
product is that, you know, we're sourcing all of the coconut product from the Philippines. We're Filipino founded. And, you know, coconuts are indigenous. I'm Puerto Rican. My family's from the island of Puerto Rico. I'm from the island of Mahan. But, you know, coconut product is indigenous to our islands, our food, our
Yep.
beverage, our community gatherings, our celebration, our holidays. So that was really important to bring it into the storyline. And the fact that the Philippines is one of the largest purveyors of coconuts for the entire world.
I never knew that.
Okay.
No, massive. I mean, I don't quote me on this number, but it's something like 98% of all the coconuts that you get in the United States are from Southeast Asia.
that's
it's,
crazy.
It's Thailand, it's Indonesia, it's the Philippines. And that's where you get it. And so eventually we even have a longer term goal. And this has really nothing to do with the business. It's just something out of my heart and my soul. My husband's family is all in the Philippines. He really doesn't have any family here. He's first gen. Well, he's an immigrant. He actually came here as a young boy. And we want to have a family run coconut farm.
Nice.
And we want to source our coconuts, harvest them
hustle.
from our family-run
Family
coconut farm,
fire.
and, you know, like, be able to employ our family and actually say that this is a true family owned
business.
and run business.
Family
So
owned.
Fire.
that's a long-term goal. As long as our coconut product is coming from, trees and plants in the Philippines, and we're very happy with that for right now.
I love that.
That's a long-term goal.
That's one thing I read up on your background, and I seen that, and I brought it up to him. Because my wife, shout out my wifey, is Filipino.
Shout out to
her.
You know what I'm saying? So, and my kids are half Puerto Rican, half Filipino.
Oh my God, that's what I want.
So, I have a question, right? I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer on it or whatever the case may be, but are you worried about mother's milk being a niche that only females are going to be attracted to? Is that a thing that came up, when you're making it, or is it something like...
One thing that I will say is that the name Mother's Milk, it's provocative, it's silly, it's cheeky. We're making fun of ourselves a little bit.
Right.
So that was intentional. We don't want to be just a Coco Loco and just some other flat, boring ass brand. The intention is to be a bit more out there, a bit more of an eye catcher. But the name Mother's Milk, definitely we skew more towards a female audience because they get it immediately.
Right.
Women go coconut, and then they start laughing. They enjoy it. They connect the dots. Men tend to go Mother's Milk, and we definitely get a little bit more of a side eye, which we love. Right? As long as you're talking about it, you're looking at it, you're giving it attention, we're happy with that. And so we definitely skew more towards a female base and audience. We think that eventually, maybe when we launch that rum SKU, that may change our demographic a bit. But we'll see. That's yet to be told. We'll know that as we kind of roll them out and see what the demographics are for each and every single SKU. Right. But females have massive amounts of purchasing power.
Okay.
Huge amount.
I mean, they do something. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's like over 80% of household purchases are done by women.
100%.
Yeah. Right? So
100%.
when you look at the correlation between who the consumers are in America being mostly female in the household,
Huge
That
market.
makes sense.
and also like we are a niche product and brand. When somebody goes, "Oh, I just hate coconut. I hate coconut water." Bye.
Right. You ain't for us. You ain't for us.
We
You ain't for you and you ain't for us.
We ain't for everybody. And that's okay. Our goal is to hone in on our targeted demographic. We are a niche product base, and that's okay. Listen, I'm not trying to eat the entire pie. I just want a slice of it.
Yeah, you want your own slice.
Listen,
My own slice.
Listen, I have an idea, man. I don't know what to say off camera, man, but I think something that go great with Mother's Milk would be Daddy's drink. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So, we could talk off the camera, figure it out, but,
We talk.
The logistics.
I'm just doing some partnership shit, but I'm out here trying to put my shit
Mother's
together.
Milk is Daddy's drink.
You know what I'm saying? But to go back also to like knowing you for so long is like very proud of you. You know what I'm saying? It's very dope to see you. Like I'm not sure if you ever felt like you would be in this market or if it just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you took it head on and you're progressing in it, you're doing well in it, and you have ideas to even get better and better. Like you're not satisfied, like you said, with just like what's going on now. You want to keep better and better. And it's homegrown, Boricua shit. You know what I'm saying? Even Filipino, people don't know I'm like a quarter Filipino, so that touches me too. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's just it's just a beautiful thing to see it, and I'm very proud of you. And keep going, man. For like, keep it going.
I my first time meeting her, but I could tell, like, just her personality, her vibe, everything she brings, she was destined to do something,
Of course.
I don't think you'll be content with just
energy.
Right,
regular
9 to 5, regular
9 to 5
shit.
And I did that. I did corporate America. I did very well. Listen, no tea, no shade. Like, my career in my past life in hospitality, my stints in corporate America afforded me the funding to fund this business. We're self-funded.
Right.
So me and my business partner launched this ourselves, which is very rare in this industry in particular. A lot of the products that you see on the market, I hate to put it that way, are just finance bro side projects.
Right. Silent investors type shit.
Yeah, just things of that. Somebody had this kooky idea, and I'm putting my entire whole heart and soul and my entire bank account into this business. No lie.
It's not easy.
It's entrepreneurship. This business It's the hardest thing I ever done. Like, I can't tell you how often I'm like, damn, that little 9 to 5 sound real good. That little 9 to 5 sounds fantastic. But I'm lucky that in my personal life, I have great balance with my husband. So my husband's a surgical tech in the OR at NYU. Shout out to my husband, Gino. I love you, boo.
Shout out to Gino.
Shout out to NYU for my medical benefits, for that pension. And, you know, I'm very lucky that, like, I've also been given the opportunity to do this because of his support, because I have that steady, he got that 9 to 5.
Right.
He's giving me those medical benefits. I don't got to worry about any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I can just focus on my business. And he supports me through it. You know what I mean? He still shows up to the events and does all
good
that.
man
so
for that, man. Salute
he
him.
is.
Shout out to
Salute.
He's
He's
fantastic.
I think.
Wait, before we go into that, just a quick question.
Yeah. Yep, you got it.
Please.
So, yeah, we're about to go into the next, our only segment.
Yeah.
But what's a little quick word of advice for anyone looking to start something but is scared?
Ooh. So my biggest point of advice that I give to anyone, specifically in CPG, or looking to bring a product to market, is make sure that it's different. Make sure that it's a standout. Because just doing something that already exists, you are really climbing a mountain.
Yeah, you're battling so much.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, I don't know how long you last. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the biggest things that I say is just like, make sure that you're really doing something different and really standing out. And then I'm a big believer in, like, go hard or go home.
Okay.
It's
Let's
all
go.
or nothing.
That's the LES shit, right?
Like, you really can't, like, I'm not saying that people haven't done it, but just imagine how much faster they would have gotten there had they quit their job and did it full time,
right.
had they put everything in it and just made it their number one priority.
Right.
Listen, I'm so privileged that I have that opportunity to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't. So I fully recognize that. But I also just think, one, just make sure that it's something really stand out. And two, just you really gotta give it your all. And also know that, like, being an entrepreneur comes with a lot of rejection.
Of course.
A lot of rejection.
Right.
I mean, the layers of skin that I've grown in the last couple years, like, the way things roll off of me now,
Right.
it's crazy. And I'm a sensitive ass bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Latina. Like, I just think, things I'm like, I'm gonna come back to that.
Right.
I'm gonna just put that on ice for right now. It's a no for right now. It's gonna be a yes later. You know. So, and things have circled back around. So yeah, just know rejection comes with it. Just know that you really got to give it your all. And just know that, make sure that it's something that's really a standout.
Nice.
So you guys heard that?
Yeah, there you go. So listen, man. So Jen, right now we're gonna get to our favorite segment of the show.
Let's do it.
Because our only segment of the show. Yeah, right. And it's Boogie's Famous 5, right? So Boogie's gonna ask you 5 questions.
joints,
Easy questions. Just give you your best answer. Let's go. Ready? Question number 1.
What's your favorite plate of food?
Ooh, my grandmother's pernil y arroz con gandules, con maduro.
Boricua.
También un flan ahí. I mean, there's nothing like
Nothing
my
better than that right
grandmother's.
there, yeah.
That's it.
Nice,
I think that's been the most common answer.
I agree. Yes, I agree. Question number 2.
What's been the hardest lesson you learned in this industry?
Ooh, is that it really, 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 like, you hear that it's male dominated, but it really is. Like,
It's noticeable.
No, oh my God. I mean, from the bar back to the bar manager to the bartenders to the bar directors to the owners of the bars, to the owners of the liquor shops, to the corporate beverage directors, to all the other owners who own the different brands in the industry. It's so male dominated. And I was told that, but that was definitely one of the most, like, shocking, obvious pieces. But there's a lot of female brands that are really kind of, like, doing their thing.
Shout out to the females.
That I think it's fantastic. So I think, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, question number 3.
When was the time you had to bet on yourself
Ooh,
besides the liquor?
besides the liquor.
Yeah.
When did I have to bet on myself? I would probably say years ago when I was like 21 years old. It was probably the most difficult year of my life. It should have been one of the most fun years of my life.
21 years.
It should have been wild, and it ended up being by far the most difficult year of my life. I was like ending a really long, toxic, abusive relationship. I got caught up in the court system with him because of what he was doing. I had to learn a lot of tough lessons, and I basically had to just choose myself.
Right.
And focus on me. And I am so grateful, actually, for that entire experience and all of the lessons that I learned then, because there was definitely a stubborn cockiness about me that I think that I could probably get away with anything and I could do whatever the fuck I want. And the world humbled me. And I'm very happy that I learned that lesson early and not later.
Right.
And I had to like wake myself up out of this fucking nightmare that I was living in and just choose me and better myself. And that afforded me the opportunity. I went back to school. I got my bachelor's degree. I was working really hard, and I ended up meeting my future husband.
Nice.
So all of that trauma, once I worked through it and bet out and really, really, really had to focus on me and bet on myself and trust myself again.
Right. Took it to where you are today.
Led to that.
Period.
Let's go.
Period.
Period.
Led to this.
They're going to have the first period of the show. Okay. All right, question number 4. Okay.
Who's your favorite rapper? Because we're from New York, so you gotta. I know you fuck with the rap.
Damn. Can I say Benito? Can I say Bad Bunny?
Yeah, of course.
Can I say Bad Bunny?
Yeah, of course.
Just you know, everybody's Latino this week. I'll tell you that.
Right.
And I'm just oozing Boricua pride. And I know he's a reggaeton artist, but I would consider him a rapper. But if I had to choose, like a New York rapper, right?
let's do
go
that.
to New
Let's do
York.
that.
Or hip hop, right? We're going to be
Hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Big Pun, rest in peace.
Hey, Boricua shit.
It was his birthday. It was his birthday.
His birthday is both.
Yeah, I think it was a day ago, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yo, this is the Super Boricua panel today.
Let's
The
go.
Boricua show. Let's go. Boricua. Yo, take us out with some salsa songs.
Wait. We're still
Oh, yeah,
on
we
question
still
number 5. Wait.
One more.
All right. Question number 5.
What is the misconception of your industry?
The misconception of my industry is that none of it's good for you. Right? Like
Elaborate.
none of it's good for you. I have a theory that the reason why Gen Z is so fucking boring is because, and why they're apparently like getting laid way less. That's like that's the data that's coming out. And why they're like trapped behind the screens at home
Streamers.
is
Right,
like,
right.
I'm like, yo, y'all need to like go out and get
outside.
fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Get laid.
Have a
And
life.
like have a life, just like build up your social cues and
Right,
just like. So I do think that there's problems with alcohol, but I think a big misconception is that we don't need it. And I think that like our generation, the millennial generation, yes, we are the drunkest generation, but
far.
damn,
Lit.
first of all, we've been through so much.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
And number 2, like we're so fucking social.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
like it's just created like just the best generation of people and culture and just like humans. And
socialized.
so I think the biggest misconception in the
She's
industry is that like it's all bad and it's not good for you.
Right.
And like
Stay away
just fucking
type shit.
go out there and get fucking drunk sometimes.
Yeah.
Have fucking fun.
There you go. I love
There's
it.
some upside to this shit.
Hey,
You
yo.
are so right.
That's
We are
Boogie.
super social people. yo.
Absolutely. Well, you know me, man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's Boogie's famous 5, man. Good job, Jed. Appreciate that.
Yeah, yo.
Simple.
So before we wrap it up, we always like to give the guests a chance. If you got want to shout out anybody or you got anything going on right now, you want to shout that out.
Yes,
This
yes.
is the time. Go ahead.
So the biggest way that you can support small business is anytime you see Mother's Milk out in the wild at a liquor store, at a bar, at a restaurant, please pick us up, grab one.
Support.
Follow us on Instagram. It's at Drink Mother's Milk. That's a really easy way that you can support any brand. Follow our journey. Shout out to my co-founder, Christy Kish.
KK.
Shout out to my husband, Gino Matito. Mr. Matito, I love you.
Let's go. Shout out to Gino.
And I want to shout out to just all the friends and family that have been riding with us since day one, that support us and show up to our events and activations and always always pick up product anytime they see us. Post us on Instagram. And shout out to y'all for having us.
Yes. So you
Having
already know,
Mother's
man.
Milk on
Mother's
board.
Milk. You heard? You already know.
Yes.
Yo,
Closing it out there. Let's go.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Holly
gotta let it rock.
Boogs.
My
Yo,
count
it's
too.
your boy Watts.
It's your boy Chris Green,
And this is not a podcast.
Hold on, let it rock out. Let it rock out real
This
quick.
nigga wants us to get our fucking pacing
Right,
and
get
not
it
go.
going. Let's go.
Y'all already know what it is. It's going down.
Hey.
You already know what it is. It's going down.
Not a
Peace.
podcast.
Hold on,
you
let
heard?
it drop. Let it drop. Let it drop.
Oh no, it might fuck us up.
Yeah, we out this motherfucker.
This is not a podcast.
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 This is not a podcast.